Hey traders, John Howell here. We're going to be looking at the stock market today. A bit of a sell-off across the market, but the metals and miners have been holding quite strong. So let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty traders, let's get straight into it. Before I do start guys, I've been hearing some people need some help with their trading. So what I'm doing right now is for today only, I'm running a massive 95% off my entire master trader collection. You will learn the most powerful systems, strategies, trading and investing techniques that will help you make more progress in your trading and investing goals in the next 6 months than you have in the last 6 years. Plus I'm also plus also you got a money back guarantee as well too. So but I'm only running that special for today guys. So if that's for you, go to Johns, JOHNS flashsale.com, johnsflashsale.com. Go there right now, do that right now, and you'll be able to see all the details on there about what's actually in this master trader collection. So go there right now guys, I promise you, you're going to absolutely love it. Plus also there's a few extra bonuses in there as well too. So let's actually have a look at the S&P 500. So the S&P 500 has continued to have a bit of a pullback here, and we are starting to see a bit more fear come back into the marketplace, right? So we're starting to get a little bit more fear coming back in. As you can see, the market's actually had a pullback. But if you have a look at the thing that I really like about looking at the actual stock market itself is that we can see by looking at the stock market itself that we actually there's two sides to the actual market itself, right? We have the buying leg, which is this point through here, and we also have the selling leg, which is this point through here. So as we speak right now, the selling leg hasn't actually become as strong as the buying leg yet, yet. So if I go and have a look at, let me bring up my good old trading view here, and I bring up the futures markets, you'll be able to see that, whoa, look at that. Let's go to the ES, that's what we're looking at there, weren't we? Yep, the S&P 500. Let's go to this one right here. And so what we're seeing right now is we're seeing that the S&P 500 is having a bit of a strong pullback through here. And a lot of people are worried about it right now when it comes to that. You can see what's going on through there. If I go to the hourly chart, or if I go to the 15-minute chart here for a minute, yeah, you can see what's going on through there, plus the hourly chart. You can see how we've just been continuing down through there. So the big thing I'm watching for right now is more like the Fibonacci levels to see where this holds and where it pauses in the markets there. Because you can see if I bring up my Fibonacci levels here from that low point to the high point, you can see we haven't even retraced 50% level yet, which is actually a healthier retracement, especially after such a big movement in the markets through there. So yeah, so if we just bring up, let me just bring this over here like so. So if we have a look at that, that's the same thing for obviously on my TC2000 platform. If we have a move from the low to the high point, we could see we're actually getting very, very close to that 50% Fibonacci level. And again, that's just a nice healthy retracement anyway, a very strong move up. And then now we're getting a nice healthy pullback in the market through there. So it's going to be really interesting. I did do a video yesterday saying that this pullback here, I would not want to be going long this market until I get back above my short-term momentum trend line. So my short-term momentum trend line is this one right here. We need to start to get back above here to start to see the short-term momentum start to change back up again before starting to look to go long the S&P 500. That's the same thing for the Dow Jones as well too. For me to be looking to go long, now this is short-term analysis guys, not long-term investing, right? The short-term analysis on this is that we are getting a bit of a pullback once again. This can stay here and then just continue to go down like that. So the best probability of trying to jump in on a long position is wait for the momentum to shift back up again, and then you got a high probability of doing that through there. So that's the actual big thing I'm looking at through there. On the Dow Jones, Or if I go to the Nasdaq as well too, Nasdaq's actually had a much more a sharper pullback, much more sharper pullback. I guess that's because of the interest rates have just gone through the roof when it comes to the 10 and 30 year. What's the 30 year at? 2.8, 10 year 2.7. Yeah. So you can see that's what's going on through there, and we had that point through there. So we are getting a very sharp pullback when it comes to the tech stocks once again. And we're getting this movement through here. So it's really interesting. We're starting to get a lot more of a steeper pullback on the tech sector than we are on the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones. So times like this, guys, it's really, 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 really important that when you're getting big volatility like we're getting right now, the number one most important part to trading is just to stay patient. Stay patient, all right? Don't be just trying to jump in everything. Especially right now, you are going to get your head handed to you. It's a big thing I talk about with my private clients that I talk to them. I say, listen, right now is not the time to be trying to just jump in everything, because the big volatility is going to absolutely just wipe you if you are not careful. So just please sit on the sidelines, wait for really good opportunities, and then jump in, okay? It's so important to be patient throughout these times, especially when we're getting big volatility. I'm a long-term bull in the markets, but on the short term, we're starting to get a bit of volatility through here, and we're starting to get we're starting to actually get a pretty strong sell-off now out of the actual tech sector through there as well. So, but as I said before, we are getting the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones are not pulling back as hard as the actual tech sector itself. Move over now through to the gold market, and the gold actually had quite a nice rise throughout the day, but then we actually pulled back a little bit, and that's what's been going on through there. You can see just really not much going on, but just still holding here quite strong when it comes to the gold market through there. Also silver as well too. Silver actually had quite a nice update, over 1%, which was actually the most. Yep, so which was actually the most through there. We haven't gotten out of the woodworks yet. We're still in this triangle pattern, but the sellers are slowly losing control through here before I see big moves coming in the silver market through there. Look over now through to the GDX, and we actually had a little, so you can see here, if I bring up the last, you can see we actually had a little poke its head back above the 40, but we came back down and closed there as well too. So it's going to be really interesting to see what do we do. Do we actually continue to break up out of the GDX and get that follow through? Or what can happen with these ones here? And that's where it's got to be, it's not bullish or bearish. We could get something like that and then a bit of a pullback out of the actual mining sector. I don't know. No one does. That's why you need to wait for the actual breakout itself. Move over now through to the GDXJ, and looking at that there, you can see just really, just a real sideways range through here. Not really much going on. So I'm actually quite bullish the GDX, especially after developing this sideways range through here. You can see we have a high, a higher low, and also a higher low in the markets through there. So that's what I'm looking at through there when it comes to the good old actual stock, the GDXJ. I'm very, very, very bullish for that. And SILJ as well too. We are developing, what is it? Somewhere through there. We're developing that sort of pattern through there. So the question I'm asking myself is, where do we get a breakout? Because if we can get a nice, let me squeeze this up a little bit here so you can see what I'm looking at. If we can get a very nice sort of breakaway bar like that in the mining sector, then that's going to be really, 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 really nice for the upside to come out of the actual mining sector itself there. So it's going to be really interesting to see, do we actually get that breakout? And then if we do, we're probably going to get that follow through. So right now it is looking quite bullish on the SILJ, and the SIL is pretty much just not doing anything. It's been one of the lackluster dugs out there for quite some time. But all in all, my baby in a sense is the GDXJ. That's the one that I'm personally invested in myself. Out of all the mining indexes, I believe GDXJ is going to be one that's going to make tremendous moves in the market. So there we go, traders. Hope this helps you out. Traders, make sure you head on down to Johns, JOHNS, flashsale.com. Go grab my entire Master Trader collection. There's something like I think there's close to like 40 videos. There's over 20 hours long, teaching you the most important chart reading, or the foundations, the chart reading, trading systems, and the mindset, even money management and trade management techniques that I've learned over the last 17 years of being involved with these markets when it actually comes to trading these markets. And right now and more than ever, you need to really understand how to actually read the market, how to actually interpret the market, how to actually know when to get in and know when to get out. And it's really, 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 really important to do that. So over the last 17 years, I've compiled the most powerful stuff, the most powerful sort of tools that I use every day in the markets when I'm actually trading, and to help you understand what goes into a good trader. You may actually have a good trading system, but if you're not being a good trader by following it, right, and actually applying, then you're never going to make money, and no matter what system you're trading there. So go get that right now, guys. For today only, you can grab the 95% off the entire Master Trader collection. So just go to Johns, JOHNS, flashsale.com. That's Johns, JOHNS, flashsale.com. When you go over there, you'll be able to read all about it. You get a money back guarantee as well too if you're not happy. But that's for today only. Go check it out, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.